For a touchback. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Murray. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short. Gains make the fundamental tackle.
That's good for the Cardinals. First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Begin. 66, bullet, half. Zoom. Mike 51.
Murray now on 1st down. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after here coming up. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
go. Here we go.
Throwing on first down. Williams. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Down. 6 yards. 51 to Mike. Hey, get in the way. Rush in.
That was second down run for Murray. And he's got some space here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Williams now. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll let this go for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Murray.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Let's go now. 50, time to end it. Check 53 is mine. Give these traps. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 16. Murray flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Williams, operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Play action. Now it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Murray. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals push further out in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Williams. The open man is Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
First down, Detroit.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Williams to throw again. Williams loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after is good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to right side with Murray. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
is free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. 72 yards on the punt return as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Murray running right. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Double time, double time. Three down. Check it.
They run with Murray. And some space here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
You ain't going nowhere.
Murray going to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 4 yards out. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pick it up. 55, Mike 55. Let's go. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now Williams looking to throw on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Back to throw. Williams. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Williams now throwing on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Williams throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this one complete to Smith. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Williams going to throw again. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First down, and it's Hill again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Williams to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. Give him 9 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Operating from the gun, Williams. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now. Time to end it.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Off. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. No. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey. Orbit. Hey, let's go. Come across. Check pass. Mike 54.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Murray on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Hill on the return. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Keep it up, guys. 55, come on, guys, 55.
Back to throw. Williams. Going right side here, and that's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Lions first down.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. Switch.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Set. 60 out. Screen. Watch the screen. 57's Mike. Mike 57. You're not ready. Say.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. They're trying to put him on the ground.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Check. Fresno. Switch.
On second down, it's Murray. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You got nothing. Back.
Again, it's Murray. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No. Go, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray flushed out right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check 25. Check 23. SOS.
They run from the shotgun with Murray, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 3rd down.
On the double. 51. That's it. Exit. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. They'll try to run with Murray. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart. Couple of first.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
You can't block me.
Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. It got his man complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
51. Not today, you are. Not today. 51 up. 51 the mic. Come on, D. Delta. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Get that quarterback at all costs. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Stop your whining. Joker. Watch the shift.
On play action, it's Murray. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
Tighten up.
After the sack on 1st down, Murray escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. He's picked off near his own 48 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Come on, set. 55. I smell fear in that offense.
Williams now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Williams to throw again. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Williams under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Williams from the gun, he'll throw. It's Hill, complete. Another big play and another Lion 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And it's caught. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 36.
Again, they run with Hill, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, it's Murray. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Cards, the win will help them keep pace in the playoffs.